He let me in, and his arm was covered in blood. He told me he'd tried to climb over a fence to get inside the property, and that's when I finally found out what actually happened to his sister. What happened that night was absolutely insane. I met a guy, and he wasn't alone. He was there with his sister, who's gonna play a pretty big role in this story later on. We had a few drinks, laughed, vibed, and they introduced me to some Brits they'd met a week before on the other side of the island. One of them was chubby rich guy, super friendly, always paying for everyone, and his best friend, a ripped, lean dude who was broke as hell and paying for drinks with the rich guy's credit card. Meanwhile, the sister, she had her eyes locked on the chubby one. And let's say that didn't end well. The club closed at 2 a.m., so we went across the street to another one. But honestly, that night was just a warm-up compared to what was about to happen next. At 3 a.m., they closed that club too. And just when we thought the night was over, we saw a group of people walking toward the beach. So obviously we followed. And that's when we realized there'd been a full-on beach party happening just a few meters away the entire time. We couldn't not go. Some were getting tattoos right there on the beach. It was wild. But after a while, I noticed something. I was alone again. Somehow, everyone I'd been with disappeared. So around 5 a.m., half drunk and dead tired, I headed home. When I got there, I called my new friend, and you'll never believe what he said. He literally said, "I lost my sister." So I jumped up, grabbed my keys, and rode across the entire city to meet him. When I arrived, the sun was already rising. He let me in, and his arm was covered in blood. He told me he'd tried to climb over a fence to get inside the property. And that's when I finally found out what actually happened to his sister. Turns out the chubby British guy had taken her with him. But they got into a fight, and he left her in the middle of nowhere. No signal, no idea where she was, just trying to make it back on her own.